Welcome back, everyone. Imagine waking up tomorrow and finding that social media has disappeared from the world. No posts, no likes, no comments, and no endless scrolling. How different would your day be? Today, we are going to explore a question that affects almost everyone. How does social media change the way we think? I am here with Grace, and I think this is going to be a very interesting conversation.
Thank you, Ethan. I am excited to talk about this topic. Social media is a part of daily life for millions of people, and many of us do not stop to think about how it influences our thoughts, feelings, and decisions.
Exactly. Some people believe social media helps us learn and connect with others, while others think it creates problems and distractions. Today, we will look at both sides and share our ideas.
That sounds great. I think many listeners will relate to this topic because almost everyone has experience with social media in some way.
Before we begin the deeper discussion, I want to ask you something. When you think about social media, what is the first thing that comes to mind and why?
The first thing that comes to my mind is connection. Social media allows people to stay in touch with friends and family even when they live far away. I think that is one of its biggest advantages.
I agree. It can make the world feel smaller. People can share photos, ideas, and experiences almost instantly.
Yes, and it can also help people learn new skills. Many people watch educational videos, language lessons, and tutorials online every day.
That's true. At the same time, I sometimes wonder if we are receiving too much information. There's always another video, another post, and another opinion waiting for us.
I think many people feel that way. Sometimes it feels difficult to slow down because new content keeps appearing every second.
It's almost like social media is competing for our attention all the time.
That is a very interesting way to describe it.
One thing I notice is that social media often changes what people pay attention to. Many people spend more time looking at short videos than reading long articles or books. I have noticed that too. Short videos are entertaining and easy to watch. However, they can make people less patient when they need to focus on something longer. Exactly. Imagine someone watches hundreds of short videos every day. Then they try to read a long book. Their brain may expect constant excitement. That makes sense. The brain becomes used to quick rewards. Another interesting point is comparison. People often compare their lives with the lives they see online. Yes, someone might see pictures of luxury vacations, expensive cars, or successful careers and start thinking that everyone else has a perfect life. The funny thing is that social media usually shows the best moments, not the difficult ones. Exactly. People rarely post photos of themselves cleaning the kitchen, feeling stressed, or making mistakes. Imagine a social media platform called Real Life. People would post pictures of unfinished homework, burnt toast, and failed attempts at cooking. That would be hilarious. I think many people would finally feel normal. Maybe someone would proudly post, "Today I spent 20 minutes looking for my phone before realizing it was in my hand." Unfortunately, many listeners can probably relate to that, including me too. Another way social media changes thinking is through trends. Have you noticed how quickly opinions can spread online?
Definitely. Sometimes a new idea becomes popular almost overnight. Suddenly, everyone is talking about it.
And sometimes people support an idea simply because many others support it.
Yes, it can be difficult to think independently when thousands of people are saying the same thing.
That is why critical thinking is important.
Absolutely. People should ask questions and look for evidence before accepting information as true.
Another interesting effect is that social media can influence our emotions.
How so?
Imagine you start your day feeling happy. Then you read several negative posts. Your mood may begin to change without you realizing it.
That is very true. Emotions can spread online just like information.
Good news can spread, bad news can spread, excitement can spread.
Even stress can spread.
Exactly.
I think this is why it is important to choose carefully what we spend time looking at online.
I agree. The content we consume can influence the way we see the world.
At the same time, social media is not completely negative.
Of course not.
Many people have learned languages, started businesses, found communities, and discovered opportunities through social media.
That is an important point. The tool itself is not necessarily good or bad. It depends on how people use it.
Exactly.
Since this is an English learning podcast, let's teach some useful English connected to today's topic.
Great idea.
Our first word is influence. Influence means the power to affect someone's thoughts, actions, or decisions. Example sentence, social media can influence the way people think. Another example, friends often influence our choices. Our second word is compare. Compare means to look at two or more things and notice similarities or differences. Example, many people compare themselves to others online. That is a very useful sentence. Now let's talk about grammar. Consider these two sentences. I use social media every day, and I used social media yesterday. The first sentence is present tense. The second sentence is past tense. Notice that use becomes used. Let's look at an irregular verb. Good idea. Present tense, I see many posts. Past tense, I saw many posts. See changes to saw. That is why it is called an irregular verb. Now a pronunciation tip. Let's do it. The word thought can be difficult. Many learners pronounce it incorrectly at first. Listen carefully. Thought. Thought. Example sentence, that thought changed my opinion. Practice it slowly several times.
We would love to hear from our listeners. Do you think social media has changed the way you think?
Please write your answer in the comments. We enjoy reading your opinions.
Also, if you are enjoying this conversation, don't forget to like and subscribe.
It helps the channel grow and allows us to create more episodes like this.
Continuing the discussion, Grace, if social media disappeared for 1 month, what do you think would happen?
I think many people would be surprised by how much free time they suddenly have.
That is true.
Some people might spend more time reading, exercising, or talking face-to-face with friends.
Others might feel bored during the first few days.
Definitely.
I imagine some people would pick up hobbies they forgot about years ago.
That would be wonderful.
Maybe someone would finally finish reading that book they started 3 years ago. Or clean the room they promised to clean last year. Now that is a difficult challenge. Harder than learning English sometimes. I cannot argue with that. Another thing is attention. Without constant notifications, people might focus better. That is possible. Deep focus has become rare in today's world. Yet it is very valuable. Exactly. Today's conversation was really interesting. We talked about how social media can influence attention, emotions, habits, and even the way people see themselves. We also discussed some advantages, disadvantages, useful vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation tips. Most importantly, we learned that social media is a tool. The way we use it can make a big difference. I completely agree. Using it wisely is the key. Thank you everyone for spending your time with us today. We hope you learned something useful and enjoyed the conversation. Take care, keep practicing your English, and we will see you in the next episode. Goodbye everyone. Bye. See you next time.